Happy Monday. We have got a busy day ahead. It is currently 8:30. Busy morning, got up at 6 and did my first ice bath in a while. Because it's been too warm. So there's no, over the course of the summer, like I'm getting into the ice bath and it's just, there's no shock factor. It just kind of feels warm. Got in this morning and it was fucking horrific. And the wind was howling outside. So getting out was nearly worse than staying in. Staying in was sore and uncomfortable. Getting out was sore and uncomfortable. So it was just a no-win situation. But felt amazing after. Met a friend for coffee this morning. So always a great way to start on Monday. And now it's 8:30. I'm just getting some breakfast. And we're going to do food today. I'm going to show you every single thing that I eat. So we're going to start with breakfast. Breakfast is 125 grams of oats. 10 grams of this Sweet Freedom chocolate sauce. 65 random amount, but that's all I had left, grams of blueberries. And there's also 30 grams of protein powder. And then I'm going to have this leftover chicken as well. And the total calories of that will flash up on the screen right here, right now. And that's where we're at for breakfast. I'm actually going to train earlier today because I have 2 sessions. The second one is optional, but I want to try separate them more. So normally I'd train at 1 o'clock every single day and then potentially train at 5 or 6, but I want to try separate those sessions more. And also in Rome, we are 12 days out. I could be racing at 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning. So I want to kind of sprinkle in a few of these earlier sessions just so it's not a complete shock to my body. That's how we're starting. I'm going to finish this, get some work done, and then hit the gym. Nutrition mistake number 1 of the day. So because I was out of protein powder for a couple of weeks, I got so used to eating oats and just the leftover chicken from the night before. And then now I've only had the protein powder a couple of days, but I had the protein powder there. And for some reason I had the chicken as well. And that ended up being like 70 grams of protein, which is far too much for me for one meal. Couple that with the fact that I'm not really a hungry in the morning person. I'm never really hungry in the morning. I don't feel great at all. So hopefully that passes, but I'm sitting down, going to get some work done. This is how most of my day is spent work-wise, just at a laptop, creating resources, answering WhatsApps, supporting clients in gyms as much as possible. But yeah, nutrition mistake number 1, but hopefully the last one for the day, but most likely not. back from the gym, tight for time because I left late because I just got sucked into work. So I ended up finishing late and had to leg it back for a meeting that is starting right now with my coach, Paul, business mindset, life coach really. And I'm going to have lunch and do some stretching while I'm doing that. So lunch is 6 Weetabix crunched up, high protein yogurt, a little bit of chocolate sauce. I'm also going to have this greens shake because I'm a bit low on fruit and veg today so far. Bag of popcorn, Rice Krispie square bar. I will flash the calories up for that now. So day's going well so far food wise. And yeah, get stuck into this meeting, a little bit more work, and then hit a school run, and then I'll probably eat more after that. So getting a little bit peckish now. It's 4:15. I'm going to have this all real protein bar and an apple, then head back to the gym for the second session. I've also got a little bit of a niggle in my hip, so I messaged the physio to get a bit of treatment before race day. Nothing to worry about, just being conservative. I'm also going to do a couple of sauna sessions this week because the running for Rome has been announced that it's outside, and currently in Rome it's like 26 or 27 degrees. So if I get an early morning time, I'll be fine, but you don't know your time until 2 to 3 days before the race, give or take a day. So if I get a time at 12 or 1 o'clock, that's like peak heat. So running outside would not be ideal. And if I hadn't known this at the time, I would have booked a different fucking race, but it is what it is now. So I'm going to do a bunch of sauna sessions this week just to kind of get me some heat exposure, a couple next week, and hopefully that will help along the way. I wouldn't do that if I had never used a sauna, but I somewhat semi-regularly use them anytime I go to a recovery place. So it's not completely new to me and will hopefully help with some short-term adaptation to these. Just back from gym session number 2. No footage of that. It was nothing exciting. It was 45 minutes on the bike, 15 minutes in the sauna, sweaty one. So I'm having some my protein Hyrox. It's basically just 30 grams of carbs. I'll flash the details up, and some electrolytes. So obviously a lot more sweating today, so more electrolytes than I would normally have. I don't use this type of thing every day, but just with the sauna, it's a good shout. So have to do a collection from one of the kids from an activity, and then we'll hit dinner. So for dinner, I had the same thing that I have every single night. I had chicken and baby potatoes and a portion of Mayflower curry sauce, and then finished off with an ice cream, and I also had about 50 grams of jellies. So those things in total for the day, I have it in front of me here, I'll flash it up on screen, 3,091 calories, 181 grams of protein, 59 grams of fat, and 451 grams of carbs, which on a day where I train twice is about right for me. So really important to understand that your food intake needs to be right for you. And not being afraid of carbs is key. Planning ahead for most people is going to be the biggest game changer. But most importantly, what I do, what you do, don't necessarily have to look anything alike at all. So really important that your nutrition suits you, your taste buds, your lifestyle. A day in the life or a day of eating on YouTube or on social media is amazing and interesting to watch, but in reality, each person watching should figure out what works for them in terms of how much food or how many calories you need, in terms of what balance of carbs and fats you enjoy and like eating and supports your activity levels. Almost everyone should be consuming high protein, and then making sure that you're getting the right balance of processed foods to minimally processed foods to keep your health and energy levels up. Hope that makes sense. Woke up and so it's the next day now I'm filming this. My hip is / glute is annoying me. So booked a physio for tomorrow. So hopefully get some relief on that. And yeah, we're 11 days out now. I'm ready to go.